Greetings and welcome to another Just Talk with Weird Wizard, and this week we have a bus, and the reason we have a bus is because we now have 60 subscribers on the channel, and I reckon this bus can probably seat about 60, probably, I don't know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows, 4 people per row, so what's that, 14, 28, so, alright, some people will have to stand, people will have to budge up. It'll be a cram. It will be crammed in, but I'm not ready to go to a double decker yet. So, plus of course, of those 60, not all are, as we call them, good quality subscribers, or even genuine subscribers. Some may be people who are just looking for subscriptions to their own channel in return. But I think most are pretty good. I think most seem to be pretty genuine. Which is awesome. If any of you new subscribers, or indeed any of you old subscribers, are watching this video, then greetings and welcome. And you know, it's great to have you on the channel. It's great to have you watching my content. I hope you enjoy, you know, the content that I produce. It'd be great to hear from you if you have any comments, anything you want to say about the type of videos that I produce, the various shows. If there are shows that work for you, and even if there are shows that don't work for you, if there's things that you think are perhaps less interesting, and you know, you're subscribed because, I don't know, you're a Medieval Engineers fan, and you want to see more Medieval Engineers videos, but you're not really enjoying the Retro Fridays or the Weird Wednesdays or whatever. It'd be great to hear your feedback on that, so that I can tune the channel's content a little bit better, and make sure that every video is as interesting and as appealing as possible, which I try and do anyway, to be fair, and I'm pretty happy with the mix of shows and things that we've got on the channel at the moment. It seems to be working. I mean, you know, that's a growth of 25 subscribers in 1 week. That's up from 35. You know, I mean, that's the previous week we gained 14 subscribers. The week before that, I think we gained 6 subscribers or something. So you know, we're gaining subscribers at an ever faster rate, which means we must be doing something right. You know, we must be doing something right. We'll have a look at the analytics a little bit later on in the show, and you can see the happenings there. It's an interesting week. It took a little while for the figures to flow down from Google. I think they might still be a day or two behind. I'm not sure. So we'll take a look at that, and we'll see how that looks later on. Let's just talk quickly about the various shows we've got. So we've got Medieval Engineers content going up. I'll probably do an update video each week for Medieval Engineers as they release updates. And I think I'll also do, because people seem to like that last update video. I mean, I don't know about likes. Didn't get a lot of likes, but then I never get a lot of likes on my videos. But certainly it got a decent number of views. So I will keep doing that. I'll keep doing update videos on Wednesdays. So Wednesdays will now have 2 uploads. It'll have an update video for Medieval Engineers, and it will also have a Weird Wednesdays episode, which I have had a request from Fallen X on the Weird Wednesdays episodes to make them a bit weirder. So I'll see what I can do about that, Fallen X. I'll see what I can do. It's easier said than done, perhaps, because they tend to be one-off episodes. I don't want to spend lots of money. Like, oh, I've crashed my bus. All right, everyone, all subscribers, out. Follow me. We're just going to pretend you're all of you, all 60 of you, are all following everything that I do, which is probably a little on the optimistic side, but nonetheless, we're going to change vehicles here. So, what was I talking about? Oh yes, Weird Wednesday, making them a bit weirder. I will do my best. I have a few weird games, and a few games which are perhaps not quite so weird, but maybe weird enough for you. Retro Friday it's a bit of a question mark at the moment. It may be that people just aren't getting into it. It may be that I'm not picking the right games, or maybe you know, a lot of you are just not as old as I am, and don't have as fond a place in your heart for these old 90s games that I tend to pick. I mean, the Theme Hospital, which I think is actually a great game, and a reasonably good video. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but it didn't get that many views. I think it's managed to get up to about 20 now, which isn't too bad in a week, but you know, a lot of my other videos are hitting 20 within a few days, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's really working. I'm not going to write off Retro Friday just yet, but it's on watch. It's on watch for possibly not being a valuable use of my Friday upload slot. I probably still do retro games if I stop doing Retro Friday as a regular thing, but they'll just be occasional ones as and when I feel like doing one. Maybe they'll sort of fit into the Weird Wednesdays as well. Maybe occasionally Weird Wednesdays will be retro games instead. I don't know. If you have any thoughts on that, if you have any comments, let me know. So yeah, there you go. Stranded Deep is the other sort of main show that we're doing at the moment, and if you're a Stranded Deep fan, don't worry, that's definitely not going anywhere. I'm loving the game. It's a fantastic game. I think people enjoy watching it. It's the Building the Island Paradise series, which is the current series I'm running. I think we're going to look to wrap that up relatively soon. I'm going to start editing more and more time out of my play of those games, so that there's less and less of me just, endlessly going to various islands and chopping down trees and then rowing all the way back again. I mean, I'm already cutting out basically all the rowing, or virtually all the rowing, and pretty much all of the chopping. But it's still, I think we need to sort of like pick up the pace there a little bit. I need so many trees and so many palm fronds that I think we might do a bit of a montage episode soon, where basically we just kind of go, right, when you need to show a lot of progress in a short time, you need a montage. So we'll try and do a montage to basically gather a massive, great big pile of resources, because I don't want to cheat. At the end of the day, I still want those resources to have been gained properly by playing the game, and I'm happy to do that. But I just think it might be getting a little bit samey if it's just sort of episode after episode of me going off to another island, chopping down some more trees, dealing with some sharks, and doing a bit of salvaging, and then swimming about and coming back. As interesting as that is, we've had a few episodes like that already, so I don't think we necessarily need any more. Weird Orm will be kind of like a shining jewel in the Pacific, and then we will move on to something else. And I don't mean a different game. At the moment, I've got plans for another series of it, which will pick up where Island Paradise leaves off. It will be effectively a kind of season 2, but rather than building the Island Paradise, it will focus on exploring all the other islands in the area and building a little bit of narrative. I mean, I've already started to touch on some of the weirdness in Stranded Deep, and my character's starting to kind of suspect that there is more going on, and I'd quite like to build on that. I think that could be quite an interesting thing to do. It might make the series a little bit more varied and interesting for people to watch. So that's what I'm going to do. But it's probably going to come in mostly once the Island Paradise itself is built, because I just want to get that done. But anyway, that's it as far as channel news goes. Just a big thank you to all of you guys who are watching and who are continuing to support the channel, and we are seeing more comments and things. Okay, so let's take a little look at the analytics. Here's my dashboard screen. So these are lifetime statistics we've got up here. We've got total lifetime views 2,884, which is pretty good. We're marching on towards the 3,000 mark there, which is good to see. 60 subscribers, as I said, which is fantastic. I mean, this has actually leapt up this week. It'll be interesting to see if we can keep that sort of pace up. If going into next week we can kind of do it. The reason it says 47 subscribers here is because the last 28 days ends several days ago. That's the way the statistics work, unfortunately, in YouTube. They're not right up to the minute, right up to date. But look, there you go, 10,212 minutes watched, which is over 7 full days of time watched in the last 28 days, which is fantastic. Great. All right, let's take a little look at the analytics then in a bit more detail. One of the other big milestones this week actually was I exceeded my number of subscribers exceeded the number of videos on my channel for the first time. So on, I think it was Thursday, I got to 55 subscribers, and I had 54 videos up at the time, which was really, I mean, that was really cool to see. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. I've got more subscribers than videos. And I tweeted about it. And then actually I uploaded a video, which of course drew me level. And I tweeted saying, oh, quick, somebody subscribe. And people did. Nathan Blanchard, if you're watching, you subscribed. Thanks a million, mate. You are an absolute legend. I'm glad to have you as a subscriber on the channel. I hope you're enjoying the content as well. I hope you didn't just subscribe out of pity. Several other people, I think, as well, either responded to that call or just came across the channel naturally anyway, because, like I say, we're now up to 60. So in a matter of a couple of days, we went from 55 to 60, which is absolutely awesome. I mean, you guys are all fantastic, and every single one of you is a special flower. A bit creepy. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Okay, I mean here you go. Actually, this shows you this shows you the star performers of the channel. The Stranded Deep Update News Alpha, 747 views, a big old percentage of the total number of views on the channel. 3,624 minutes watched of the 10,000. So I mean, you know, 30 odd percent of the channel, of the watches on the channel, of the watch time on the channel has gone into that one video. Okay, so here we go. Minutes watched and views in a bit more detail. As you can see, I mean, we've got a lot of videos now which are, you know, I mean, we're all the way down to here before we drop below the 30 mark for watches, which I think is pretty good. I mean, with 60 subscribers, if you're getting close to sort of like half of them watching every episode, then I don't know. I think that's pretty good for the time being. This is the weekend before last. This was the update weekend, which you've already seen last time. Obviously, it dropped off quite a bit, but, you know, I say it dropped off. It's still leveled out here at a level 6 hours 35 minutes, 7 hours 20 minutes, you know, way above our previous level that we were bumping along at. So, you know, clearly we are doing something right here. It jumps up again. We get another little surge. Not quite sure why, but we get up to 11 hours 29 minutes of watch time, 155 views. Then we drop down. We have quite a sharp drop here. Again, don't know why. I think things are just going to go up and down. Like, you know, I mean, that's just the way it goes. And then it jumps up again, 9 hours and 20 minutes, another nice little surge, up above anything we had prior to that weekend. We drop to quite a low here, actually. 2 hours, 34 minutes, 53 views. That's down to sort of like the same as the lower levels over here. Not sure why. I think these things just happen. And then look, bam, straight up again. 13 hours and 19 minutes, 147 views. I expect it to be kind of going up and down, but it's interesting that sort of like the mean, if you like drew a mean through here, it's definitely on the up. You know, we're definitely growing, which is awesome. Let's take a little look at audience retention. We looked at this, I think, for the first time last week, and I like it. I like it. It's quite good. I actually found that you can put average percentage viewed on there as well. But yeah, we're ending on 41%, which is nice. That's a good peak there. It tracks the minutes watched pretty closely, actually, in terms of performance. You know, we got peak at the previous weekend. You know, another little peak there, and then up and down. But most importantly, look, Legends of Valor, the first open world, first-person role-playing game. Like, if you agree, that it's fantastic. It's got 8 likes. It remains my most liked video. Coming in a couple behind is the update video with 6, and then we drop down to 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 2, and then 1. So there you go, Legends of Valor, proof positive that of my subscribers/viewers who actually like videos that I watch and click on the like button, more of you liked Legends of Valor than anything else. What does that say? I don't know. It doesn't say anything, but it kind of tickles me every time I take a look at that. It's almost going to be sad when that gets overtaken by something else, which I'm sure inevitably will happen. I hope inevitably that will happen anyway, unless it gets suddenly rockets up. So yeah, likes and comments always appreciated, never required. But those of you who have sort of commented and you know, it's really good to have that engagement and to kind of, you know, be able to talk back and forth. And a few of you have suggested Fallen X is a prolific commenter. It's fantastic to see someone engaging with the channel so much. And I have now bought The Long Dark. You will be happy to know it went on Steam sale a couple of days ago, so I grabbed that whilst I could, and there will definitely be some Long Dark content coming in to the channel over the course of next month at some point, whenever it fits in, basically. Great. Well, that's it. I think we've made it to the end of yet another rambling Just Talk. Looking forward to seeing how the channel develops over the coming week, and if we can add more subscribers, more views, all that wonderful stuff. But in the meantime, I have been Weird Wizard. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you later.